And remember, these charting platforms do a really good job at scaling. So when you're used to looking at, let's say you use a structure-based stop and it's typically 15 points or it's typically 20 points, and that's pretty normal in a lower volatility environment. Well, you may be looking at some structure, like say, for example, you're looking at, some little microstructure or some little 1 minute hammer. That same structure can now be 80 points. It can now be 100 points, and you may not visually recognize that because of how good these charting platforms are, especially TradingView, how good they are at kind of scaling. They scale that action, and it can be a little bit deceiving. So what I always personally do, and what I encourage you to do as well, is when that volatility is picking up, just do a quick double check on the height, on the width of that structure. Basically, just make sure you know how many points of risk you have out there. And if it's wide, if it's too wide, if it's much wider than what you're used to, drop the size a little bit or just pass on that trade. I like to drop the size and kind of account for those taller structures, those wider structures.